ready, whenever you are.
Hi, I'm Stacy, and I'm here to tell you about my 7-week program, The Adventure Solution, to help you develop your seventh sense, a sense of adventure, through the six senses. But first, I just want to tell you about me and why I should be your adventure expert. About 13 years ago, I had left my husband and immediately jumped into another relationship, which turned out to be even worse. And so from there, I hit rock bottom. And in 2009, I started digging myself out and exploring all sorts of ways to make myself better, improve myself. Along the way, I was given the advice to take myself out on adventures. And of course, I freaked out. I had way too many responsibilities. I had kids I had to take care of. I had a house. I had a big career. And actually, this was me during my rock bottom. And I was actually nominated by my industry to be as a top salesperson. So I was just giving myself the advice to go on adventures, and I couldn't just leave everything and go backpacking in Nepal. So I actually went back to the person who gave me the advice, and she actually sagely said, you don't have to go across the country or go on wild adventure travel trips. You can just take yourself out in the city. Just try something different. Look at things differently. And I realized she was right. So that's when I decided to take myself on adventures, little ones. And I chose Wednesdays because that was actually the one day that I did not have my kids and I could go out after work and explore. I'd also realized at that time that I didn't really know what I found fun. Most of my life had been spent doing what other people wanted to do to please them, and what they thought was fun, I would just go along and find fun too. So I decided to take this time and go explore what I found fun. My first adventure was actually walking a different way home from the office to Grand Central. And so I took my time and I looked at the buildings, and I discovered buildings were really pretty, and kind of changed my perspective of how to walk around and look at things. And on a whim, I turned down one street that I'd never really been on before, and I found this great, cute little restaurant. So the next week, I decided to take myself out to that restaurant, which really isn't that hard because at the time, being a salesperson, I go out to restaurants all the time, but it was different because this time it was for just me. And I made the determination that I was going to go to this restaurant and meet somebody and make a new friend or do something like that. And so I set out to the restaurant and I sat there, and actually the only person I talked to was the bartender. So it kind of was a complete fail. I didn't really have an adventure, and I realized afterwards that the failure was something I could learn from, that this was fun for me, so I needed to find other things. So each Wednesday I kept trying to find new and different things. I would go out and explore different neighborhoods. I took myself on to different kinds of classes. I took a belly dancing class. I took a art history through the tarot card class. I explored all sorts of speakeasies and things like that. And I often had to do it alone because Wednesday night was a real tough night for me to get any of my friends to go out, because most of them were, working moms like I was, and they had to go home to the suburbs. Or my younger friends who could go out usually went out on Thursdays or Fridays or Saturdays, not Wednesdays. So I actually learned a lot, and I met a lot of people, and I had a lot of fun. And I remember one Wednesday I didn't go out. I had to, follow my responsibilities, and actually I was home figuring out how to apply for college financial aid. The next day, somebody asked me, it's like, what had you done? We wanted to know what you had done on your Adventure Wednesday. And something inside me just clicked and realized, I was like, oh, it really wasn't a bad thing learning how to do college financial aid. I was learning something new, and I love learning new things, so that was fun. So I flipped and I said, oh, I had the challenge of learning financial aid. It was an adventure in financial aid. And that's when I realized that it was more about an attitude of how you look at things. And that was really the important thing of what makes life either hard or fun is all in how you look at it. And over the years, I've inspired a lot of people, from all the adventures I do, whether they're crazy or just every day. And they would go out and try their own adventures, or people would join me on mine. And so I've been encouraged to help show others how to shift their mindset so that they too can go from life is hard to life is fun to looking at life as an adventure rather than a drag. Which is why I've led to my new course, which I'm offering for you, called The Adventure Solution. And there's more information on it, and if you click the link below, there'll be a little link that leads you to more information. But really what I want to do is spend 15 minutes on the phone with you to see if the course is right for you. It's 7 weeks. It'll be every Tuesday starting June 26th with group calls, and then there'll be some bonus one-on-one calls to help you through, as well as homework assignments and a private Facebook group. And the best way to reach me is to either click the link below or email me for a time to talk at Adventure Wednesdays. Remember plural, because you have more fun than just one Wednesday. AdventureWednesdays@gmail.com. Talk to you soon.